Hello all, hope you is blue. Welcome back to Blue Europa Universalis 4 with Portugal. So, yeah, let's just keep cracking on. Let's keep on keeping on. Speaking of which, this exploring unit needs to keep on keeping on. Let's send it to the South Atlantic, shall we? Also, I'm at peace. Goodbye, Alfonso. I'm glad I took the stability from the event, because now that just compensated for me having Fadrikin. So now I get extra bird mana a month, get extra sword mana a month. Sure, I sacrifice one admin a month, but I think I can cope with that. I'd like to undrill and maybe use this army to do a thing. Let's also fabricate a claim onto Puya. Marvellous. So yeah, this army's gonna gain back some morale. We'll hit Seas Land, get back some more Crown Land, get rid of some of these debuffs. Is part of my plan. Also note, I'm still losing just under a ducat a month, even though I'm earning 2 colonies. So overall it's looking pretty good, honestly. And even then, my naval cost is the thing kicking in, so I could just mothball the fleet here, or some such. Anyway, let's bring this down. The plan will be to take on Tapuya, and then maybe come up for Arawak, because I am going to be claiming them too. So it looks silly, but I'm going for a bigger Brazil before I start heading to Colombia and the Caribbean, because I've got missions pertaining to Brazil. I want to start getting them a little bit sooner. So 50 ducats or papal influence. You know what? Let's actually take the papal influence unironically. Shunt a little bit into becoming the next courier controller. And then also grab Forgive Usury, I think. If I'm unsure, I quite like having Forgive Usury on. Like, it's a good backup thing to just always have, in my opinion. So let's deal with the 2 stacks here. Nice and simple, then we can go back to drilling. I will add more manpower units in once I start pulling back on my money. Again, I'm only losing ducats because I've got a whole bunch in on colonies. Speaking of which, Bahia complete. We'll go sit in Espirito Santo. I'll claim Tapuya. I'll probably revoke Espirito Santo as a colony, which sounds weird considering my previous comment, but it's just so I can get moving out and around. I also need to get into, say, Havana, so I can start working on Mexico a little sooner. I don't have the colonial range yet. I know I'm being overly ambitious with this, but that's kind of the plan. That's kind of why I want Colombia as an in-between, so I can move to Mexico quicker. I could land next to Arawak, get the province here of Orinoco Delta, core it up, then transfer myself over to Havana and just get in there quicker. It's rather neat. As for my decisions, I want this one for sure. Then I don't need to complete any estates right now, so I'll leave the one about the nobility for a bit. And did that just say that, like, almost everything involving Castile is here? Can I get a ship in? Come on trading fleet, go back in there. I could have sworn it said there's like 20k troops in Gran Canaria. Nice. 20 years of global settler increase. I'm not saying no to that. But I was about to say, speaking of, let's check to see how much Splendor I have ready for the age bonus. Alright. Get the colonial dev boost by 1 per point per colony. If you want to be really fancy, you can combine exploration with infrastructure at this point, rather than expansion. So that you get colony development boost plus 1 there as well. Just for a whole bunch more development. But honestly, I want the quicker expansion. So I'll be going exploration expansion. And I will be removing them when the time is right. But yeah, look at all the Castilian pretender rebels. Holy heck. You were never getting my support. Anyway. If I was still your ally, maybe. Maybe. But I'm not, so you don't. I also feel like I could remove the fort in Sota. At this point. They're not gonna rise up. I think what I'll do is I'll readjust some forts at some point. Maybe get one in, say, Gibraltar instead of in Sota. But for now, that one can go. Saves me a little bit of money. Besides, Fez is blockading for the strait, so I don't mind. That's why I'm not bothered about the fort in Sota. I'd get a fort in, say, Malaga or Gibraltar itself to cover that. Royal Marriage from England, who are still my allies, will accept for now. I do really want to try and get at least one PU subject this campaign. Rivaling Burgundy would do what for me? And I can't marry them anymore, so I think I need to give up on the Burgundian inheritance. You know what, I'll rival them. Just so the game's not like, you've not got enough rivals. That's fine. England still have Tudors along their line. They went from York to Tudor. This is feeling somewhat historically accurate. What do you mean historical accuracy in my alt history game? Let's go West African Sea. Don't worry, I will be heading into Africa. But while I've still got native uprising chance, Gold Coast and Ivory Coast can be considered just about... sorry, Cape Coast and Gold Coast can be considered just about uninhabitable. Castile have got the first exploration idea, one more, then they can start to colonise. But realistically, with their colonial range, they'll only be able to hit Arguin. So before they can even move into another province, we'll have a colonial nation. I'm not going to complain at that one. Again, don't worry about this colony here. I kind of misplanned this a little bit. But Siena got faceting. Good for you, Siena. We'll explore the Atlantic South America, I think. Yeah, one more month. And let's take the admin power. There. Should really be considered a no-brainer. If nothing else, it can help me core or something. So there we go. I'll abandon Espirito Santo. But to take Arawak, what I'd quite like to do is to actually get something like Barbados or St. Vincent on the go. Maybe Barbados. So I can still claim Orinoco Delta, but also at the same time work on Colonial Caribbean. If I did it in, say, Trinidad, that's part of the Colombia colonial nation. So it all does come back around. Method in the madness sometimes. Also glad Tapuya have no friends. Just like me, IRL for real, for real? Nah, I've got good buddies. In fact, I just needed to show Tom my tattoo. But by the time you see this, I'm sure all of that's already been done. Peasants in Sota. Hey, something... remove the fort. I'm just gonna stick my units in Sota. Castilian Pretender rebels can move where they want. They're not finishing in my lands, so they can just go in and out. I'll take influential trading family there for the trade. Also, once Brazil are up, I will be giving them subsidies. Treasury be damned. I'll also probably need to take another corruption loan. Tolerance of heathens for 5 years, whatever. I still want cardinal seats. I'll take that as a priority. And there's Tech 6. Excellent. Now we've got a leg up on Spain, whose truce is up with me in 5 years. Excellent. And yes, I'm just going to start clicking random ones. I'm actually content with what I've got explored right now. Also, can I island hop to St. Helena? St. Helena is 289 away. Our colonial range, 288. Ah, don't you love it when a plan comes together? So anyway, Diplomat was needed to be free to declare the war versus Tapuia. We're good. And seeing as I'm in Barbados, let's make the claim on Arawak. And maybe remove that guy. They might province hop, so I'm still going to keep it there in case if they've moved one sea zone over, one coastal, one province zone over. So if they go from, say, Orinoco Delta to Essequibo or whatever. Aragon are going back for Naples. Good luck. Good luck. You suck. Hope you lose. Okay, there goes my level 3. That's a shame. And I can't currently get another one because I don't have the ducats for it. And I'll continue to not have the ducats for it for just a smidge here. But yeah, that's a shame because that was converting. Maybe I cancel it for now. Pernambuco's already nearly done. Amazing. But to be fair, it doesn't matter that much when you consider the fact that I've got this province too now. There we go. Let's move up to Arawak. I will keep the colonists in Trinidad, even though when I call this, Havana will be in colonial range. I can just move the colonists from Barbados to Havana. I'm fine with that. I won't tell anyone if you won't. This exploration fleet have done a really good job. I can soon put them as just doing their own thing. And now... No? Okay. Never mind. I was about to say now I've got enough provinces called, but that's apparently not true. Pernambuco is rising up. I'm not fighting natives, by the way. I'm not going to extinct them. You know, when you press the button that fights them on the province. What's it called again? This button here, attack natives. Because I'd rather assimilate them. I've already got assimilation bonuses from the thing. And yeah, 27k are on Gran Canaria. Damn. Let's go sit and say Sevilla and drill, I think. But now I've got money. Let's squander my treasury. And this was the half price Master of the Mint guy from earlier, so he did eventually come in use. Boy, am I glad I completed that mission then. Let's take free admin power right now. Thank you. And I can give myself more colonial range again. Is that necessary? Yes. So we'll take New World Charter again. I mean, to be fair, it's a decision with no consequences. It's not like I lose anything to get it. It's not like it goes, your relationship with the loyalty with the burghers goes down or anything like that. You just can just do that decision. So now I'll be able to go to St. Helena. Oh, 289. Never mind. It's the same as what we looked at earlier, me. Come on. Get with it. So for now, I'll go... hold on. What about Fez? Do I try to integrate you yet? I think the answer is no. I'll put Diplomat on neighbouring countries for now then. And I'll just see what I can get out of anything. So Morocco don't have their subjects anymore. I could give this land all to Fez. Maybe. I'll help England for 25 admin. Whatever. Keeps up my relations with them. Okay, let's go to deal with this. And you need to continue hunting for the 7 cities. Go on, El Dorito. You're not trying to fight Arawak. This army are. So yeah, with my provinces also gaining trade goods, it adds income to the provinces, which is very nice. Then let's explore the Pacific, South America. Sounds good. There is also an achievement, by the way, for anyone who's going to be playing as Portugal, where you need to get to out here by 1500. You can just do quick African island hops to get over there, if that's the way you decide to do it. It's very not strenuous. Puglomist heretics. I mean, I'm a little surprised. Maybe I took my eyes off the prize for that one. But I suppose that's a reason to take out a corruption loan and get another merc army. 8k? 8k. Puts me only 6 units over. And this should win. And then I'm also ready for Castile. Over here. I want to take Gran Canaria and Tenerife, along with anything coastal. I just want to stop Castile from colonising, which I should be able to do relatively with relative aplomb. To be fair, but yeah, I'm now losing 2.5 ducats a month. Let's not forget about the fact that I do indeed have 2 colonies on the go, though. So it's a part reason for the losses. And yeah, we destroyed the heretics, even if there's a price to be paid for it. So let's just go continue to sit in Sevilla. Meanwhile, I want to get the next exploration idea to unlock the goods produced, and then maybe go for dip 5. I think the time has come. I need to stop myself from getting imbalanced tech. So anyway, Arawak, Orinoco Delta, in we go. Let's bring the game speed down a little bit. I'm letting too much time pass by without actually doing anything. Hence getting surprised by rebels. But it's Carceres that's the reason for the Leonese separatists. So if I set the regular units here in drill, we should be okay. It doesn't matter where I set them, it didn't need to be in Sevilla. Let's go Pacific South America for the discovery of provinces. I like it. As long as Pernambuco doesn't revolt again, which I'm surprised it did to begin with, to be fair. But as long as it doesn't revolt again, I should then have Brazil as a colonial nation. If the province that I took from Tapuia doesn't cover it, which it should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah, this should be it. This should be fine. We'll take the extra yearly prestige till the end of the game. It says that I think there's some funny conditions about the actual legitimacy of, not this legitimacy, but the actual word of legitimacy regarding the prestige till the end of the game. It says till the end of the game, but I think it's a modifier that eventually gets removed by other stuff. I can't quite remember. Could have sworn there was something that I found suspicious with it before. Maybe not though. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Very likely. The boy is looking to attack Genoa in an act of aggression. Why would you do that? Because Genoa have lost Corsica. And they're being attacked by Milan. Unlucky. Rip Genoa. Doesn't matter, it'll all be Portuguese at some point. And yeah, I'm not bothered about the natives in here either. You lose 100 colonies, population in your colony per 1,000. So this 1.5k natives will actually just bring me down to 450 or whatever. Yeah, 465. Accounting for the monthly stuff. That's fine. It's not the biggest deal in the world. They don't revolt often. I can still do hands-off colonisation. It will eventually work. It's one of those bang your head against the wall enough times, eventually you break the wall. It's not the most efficient system. Ducats and admin power for morale of armies and reinforce speed. Yes, because I want to use that versus Castile in a few years. Absolutely. And again, France should help me versus Castile. Pope would. France won't because of a debt. England won't because of debt. We'll work it out when the time comes. Who knows, maybe they'll wipe out their debts by the time that it happens. Either case, extra goods produced should help my income right now. Help me lose a bit less. Let's also reduce the naval maintenance so I lose less money. While not a lot's going on and I don't need my fleet. Make sure it relatively saps out my trade power from my barks, but I don't have too many barks yet, so it's not a big issue. They're worse than their bite, you know. I mean, I could also mothball Lisbon here. And there we go. Something I should have done years ago. Positive income. Now that that's happened. But yeah, we'll finish this core. Brazil's formed. I'll subsidise them so that they start colonising immediately, regardless of my treasury. Go. Sao Tome is considered part of our patrimony. Now give me the good bit. Go. Go, go, go. Broken Heart Choir. Shout out to Crystal Heart. Now, it's been a little while since I come to say hi, but that's my little sense of respect and tribute to the Brazilian bros. Right. Orinoco Delta is mine. Thank you very much. So as mentioned, I need to subsidise this. Portugal due to a deficit while having loans. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. The price of paper is increased. So once Pernambuco's been gone, I'll drop down to one colony for a smidge to subsidise Brazil. It's more important I let them colonise, which giving them money will then allow access for. I'll float the free company up here. Yeah, I like it when a plan comes together, you know. Pernambuco is grown enough to become self-sustaining. So now, I don't have a deficit while having loans. We'll give Broken Heart Choir 2 ducats a month. That was awkward. I accidentally pressed outside of the thing. I meant to hit the OK button, but Unk's slow on the reflexes. There we go. So now I'm still earning about none ducats, but now a colonial nation with their own. They start with either plutocratic or expansion. Expansion. Excellent. And the first idea in expansion is a colonist. So they're already doing their thing. With this, we of course will take admin power. And what would be nice if one of these guys did the push back the colonizers CB. Because then I can get my grubby mitts all on them. Also going to send back my fleet here. So how are we looking, France? Would you now start to help out? 1320, you're still 600 in debt. Papal State are fighting Venice. Venice, Burgundy and the like. Venetian conquest of Ferrara. Oh, Pope, you've pulled yourself into a crappy war, haven't you? You pulled yourself into a crappy war indeed. You're going to be destroyed by Burgundy. Not even mentioning Venice. So yeah, once my colony's finished in Barbados, I'll start moving to Havana. What's this about? Corruption and ducats again. We'll just take the blame and move on there. I've still got positive stability, meaning I'm still getting the... what's it called again? Prosperity. I'm still getting the prosperity in my relevant stuff. Then what I'll do is, once I've taken dip 5, I'll put admin focus on. I know it's a very specifically weird timing to do it, but that's the timing I'm going with. Oh, ooh. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Thank you. So I've got the El Dorado. So now I need to get this province, basically, to make use of that. Plus, seeing as I just got a whole bunch of money, let's put some of that into some workshops, shall we? I mean, I could save it for when I get the event that I know is coming around the Belém Tower and just have the money there as reserve, but nah, that can be done with, say, loans. So yeah, there we go. We've done El Dorito. There's now no longer a reason to search. So do I just take this unit and put it back in mainland? You know what? That actually might not be a bad call. I've found El Dorado now. We'll find the other provinces passively, as it were. Oh yeah, I forgot I've still got loans. Let's take some of those out. We'll grab this 3k. They will join the main army. Wrong buttons, wrong actions. There we go. Go to Orinoco Delta, pick them up. They'll go to the mainland. They will help with the assault on Castile, who are now technologically par with me. But all their units are in Gran Canaria. I don't think I mind. Where even is your capital now? Madrid, right? No, it's not. Where is your capital? Okay. It's up in Cantabria. Sure? Don't worry, I'll hire another dip advisor soon. Yeah, I'm still earning a ducat a month, even with subsidising my new colonial nation. Also, I better be the one to get the thing here. Wait a minute, I've subsidised you. Why are you not colonising yet? Come on, do the thing. Do the damn thing. I'm giving you enough money to float your economy. Right? Right? Yeah, you've got 2 ducats a month extra. You better be putting out something soon. Something, anything is my response right now. So when of this year do I need to be ready for? October. Alright. We got a war on our hands very soon. Do I also bring back this free company? I mean, I've got 2 free companies now. I've got Free Company and Free Company Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. I think this one stays, actually. Because as I say, I'm going to claim Havana. I'm going to take Havana, then make a claim on Cocomes or someone. Maybe even chuck Tamal. Just get some Mexico primed and ready for the taking. Meanwhile, Tier 3. Council of the Indies. Global trade power, treasure fleet income, and reduced liberty desire on other continents. Yeah, I think I'm taking that for a change, if nothing more than for flavour, just from culture group. I don't think I took that in the Spain campaign. I might well have done, but I can't quite remember. It's been a while, you'll have to forgive me. We'll put this in with this. It also frees up a general that can go on to the free company in Iberia. The Iberian Free Company, not the American Free Company. Right, 0.1 ducats a month loss. It's going to be going up a little here. Also, why am I on the... hell's up with that? Okay. Get that out of here. And yes, I'm still over force limit. It's okay. What I'm thinking of doing, actually, to assuage both my income and my force limit, is let's just statify just Lower Andalusia for now. Do I also go upper though? Let's also go upper Andalusia, you know, I'm feeling frisky. There we go. That will help with my force limit, it will help with my income. I can also at some point lower the autonomy. Just do it now. Excellent. I can get behind that. This might also incentivize me to get a few more units depending on the differences here. And next month Barbados should be complete. Thank you. So let's go into... I mean, I'm also claiming Carib. Why didn't I go to Carib first, real quick? I want to go to Caracas. Because again, I can core this and then take Zaraza for myself. To just begin working on Colombia as well. I could pull out from Caracas and then get that going into Havana. To get Mexico on the go as well. Mexico on the Mexi-go. Go. I've helped convert a province to Catholic, giving me more papal influence, thank you. And wow, that did actually affect my treasury quite a bit there, didn't it? Statifying the provinces. I'm almost Tech 5, so I think I'm just going to do this now. Just as well for the fact that Frederic is a really good dip ruler. Not general, dip ruler. But I've just noticed the time. So we'll kick off the Castilian War in the next episode. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.